Hello. Yeah, quite interesting. Welcome everybody back to today's stream. Today's Saturday, the 8th of November, and we're just going right into it. There's no much time to waste. It's been an interesting weekend. For those of you who don't know, ANAMBRA gubernatorial election was held today. And this is the first thing we're going to be talking about, and then we're going to talk about other things happening. It's quite interesting. Now, the incumbent governor, Chukwuma Soludo, faces Labour Party George Moghalu. So Labour Party is George Moghalu. And this is a very interesting election that we are going to be covering today. And the reason is this. Anambra State is meant to be the de facto state, right? The de facto determinant of Peter Obi's, I would say, power chest or whatever opportunity that you may think is going to have in other places in this country. He was a governor in this state a few years ago. And this is going to be more like a barometer to see where people are at before the 2027 election. So Labour Party George Moghalu and then APC's Nicholas Ukachukwu in Anambra election with 2.8 million voters across 21 local government areas participating under every security. There were beavers glitches, okay? There were votes buying. There's a report that there were a lot of vote buyings happening and EFCC had to intervene at some point. Let's see what happens here. This is crazy. 2025, you still see people still collecting money to vote in different places, you know, in Anambra State. That's crazy.
To vote for APGA.
APGA. That's the ruling party right now. That's the incumbent. If you've done what you should have done, if you've believed in yourself and whatever you stand for, you've been there for 4 years. Why are you still giving money to people to buy votes? Now, I think if I'm going to call this election, I'm going to call it for the current governor. Okay? I'm going to call it for the current governor. Soludo, Chukwuma Soludo, I guess. That's his name. But again, this is what is happening. Who is funding what? Where this money belongs to the states.
Solution government to continue. All 4 years.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't interpret. Maybe someone with Igbo that understands Igbo can tell us more. Clearly, you can see what's happening there. Vote buying. Okay, that's really what's happening now. This is the LP situation room. Again, let's just listen.
At all of our polling units. So we are here with Dr. Tanko and the rest of the obedience movement at the situation room. Dr. Tanko, please, can you tell us what's going on here?
Well, what is happening is that we are trying to monitor the event of today. We want to give all obedient.
Okay, it's a monitoring center. Okay, so they're trying to monitor what's going to happen. I have my comment on this one, but let's listen.
The international community worldwide that we are here to monitor the activities.
This is crazy. Look at this setup. Look at this. Who did this? Is this a level like, even look at the wiring, look at the confusion. Number one. Number two, okay, and maybe some people can use some help here. And I know they're not going to take my advice. And I have been saying, you know, I talk and at the end of the day, 3 years down the line, people start to see reasons.
2025 community election in Anambra, where our own candidate, Mr. George Moghalu, is running for election. And here we have a monitor where we'll be monitoring activities that is happening in each of the polling unit. And then these are television stations telling us live report of what we are doing. And here you can see very eminent team members. And you see Priscilla, you see Chidera, you see
I understand that it takes a lot to monitor, like different polling units in a state and all that. Number one, this is the first thing that I see. Who is having an election done today? Okay, sorry about that. LP. What is the logo on this video? Obedient Movement. Lest we forget, a few weeks ago, there was a camp, an obedient camp in ANAMBRA state that actually endorsed the current governor. What is that about? The reason is this, and I said it, that the moment you are not able to crystallize the whole obedient movement into a registered political party, you're going to be sending mixed signal, mixed messages. I thought that this video should have what? LP over it, because LP is what people are going to see when they get to the ballot, and not obedient. There's no obedient on the ballot today. And this is the problem that I have, that even within the so-called, the movement and the party, there are different levels of differences, and there is no concerted effort to put all parties together and have a unified force. But anyways, that's my view.
I want to thank you for putting the beautiful face into this, just to help in moving the obedient movement forward. One thing I want...
Obedient movement forward again in an election that is happening today between the Labour Party and ABGA and APC and AAC. I want
to let you know is that it is the structure of the obedient movement that is working now. Like
the structure of the obedient movement is working now against what? And we have an LP candidate. He didn't even say anything about LP in all of his speech. How are you expected to build a movement that survives all odd? Imagine Tinubu still saying, oh, I'm Afenifere, because at some point, okay, and this is not me even trying to kind of make Tinubu look nice or not. Again, I'm just trying to tell you, at some point, there were differences in the Afenifere movement. Some said we were for Tinubu, some said we were not for Tinubu. Imagine Tinubu had not built a political party that is known nationwide. Because it's a movement, and within movement, it's allowed that you have differences. At times you have people that come out and say, oh, I'm not for this full thing, I'm going to go this way, because it's a movement. But in a party, there are legislatures, there are rules, there are constitutions. You cannot just come out like some obedience came out a few weeks ago to say we endorse the current governor, ABGA, a candidate for ABGA, who is also the incumbent.
Running it against 2027 elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tanko. Over to you, Jack the Builder. Please, can you explain to us what is going on with the big screen?
Okay, good morning, everyone. So, if you look at what we have on the screen right now, what we are trying to do is that we have some of our agents that has clocked in, that they are in different local governments.
I'm just so pissed off with the wiring. I don't know why. This is not just your personal room. This is what you're presenting to the people. Look at wires everywhere. Look at this. Look at this. This just shows how unserious these people are. At least thank God for the first time that they even have a monitoring unit. I've seen APC's monitoring units, and I'm not carrying waters for them. And I'm not saying by all means that they are the party to be in. I don't belong to any political party. But this just shows how unserious these people are. You can't even get, like, I know that there's going to be, like, good electricians in the obedient movement. There's going to be, like, you can, like, this is just ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this. What is this?
Rumba South, we have about, we have 2 of our agents that has already indicated, that has shown us that they are already clocked in their various polling units where they are voting. And if you look down here, you're going to see the location, the exact location, the polling unit where they are going to be voting. This is Owerri Zukana, and if I trickle down here, I'm also going to be able to see the name of the person, the individual that we have there. I'm able to see their phone number, so we are able to call and find out what is currently happening there. But right now, if you look at the screen, you notice that there is no result submitted yet.
No, because
that is because the result has not started trickling. So what we have now is just people telling us that they are already in their polling unit, and we have their GPS coordinate to show that they're actually there, right? If they are not there, they will not be able to log in. So that is what we have done so far. As soon as the results are coming in, we are going to tell you, how Anambra people are voting right here from this particular station. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see what happens. By now, I think the poll should have been closed. This is almost like 6 or 7 in Nigeria.
Can you give us
let's see
what you feel or what you want today's outcome to be? I'm in the situation room of the Labour Party.
Okay, at least this woman gets it right. She's able to tell you, I'm in the situation room of the Labour Party. Okay, it's the Labour Party. Okay, now we know it's the Labour Party that is going for the elections and not the Obedient Movement. Okay.
And we are supporting John Moralo. I am literally wearing the Madike cap. Hello, like it's very clear. We are hoping that there is free and fair elections. We are hoping that there are no electoral malpractices, and we are also hoping that there is no electoral terrorism.
And someone tell this woman that hope is not a strategy. Hope is as good as hope. Okay, hope is not a strategy. I expected that this is what I'm going to hear, that we've put in place systems and structures to ensure that even if there's going to be election malpractices, that they are being reported to us and we're actually taking it through the right line. Number one, I expected their lawyers to be there. Okay, if there are malfeasance or all of these things happening, as it's happening, you're filing a lawsuit. Okay, I was really mad at how the showings that the Labour Party had at the last elections, when they went to the tribunal and they brought some cases that I'll be like, even an honest law student shouldn't bring this case, shouldn't bring these prayers to the tribunal. So what I expected to hear would be this is what we've done. Number one, we have lawyers. We have a direct line to the police, to the whoever is consulting things. We have observers. We have everything. Because when you come and say I'm hoping, I should be the one hoping, because I'm not a member of the Obedient or the Labour Party. I'm just commenting. So I'm hoping that there is no vote buying. Now we could see various videos where they were vote buying from ABGA and possibly from other political parties too. Okay, what has been done to that? Has there been like a coalition of all of these videos and trying to put that out as evidences against election malpractices and election fraud? We've been able to build a good, data collection system and all that. What's happening when you come out to say you're open? I don't know.
We saw that happen in the 2023 elections. Irrespective of whatever happens, the good people of Anambra State must know that they are brothers. They are just having political competition, but they are brothers. They should put blood over the need to win.
They're not brothers. They're political, competitors. Okay. It's not a do or die affairs, but again, it's what it is.
Violence, and hopefully together we are able to bring out the best candidate to move Anambra forward. And then to the Obedient movement that has been very helpful. Most of us here are obedient. You are obedient. The guy behind the camera is obedient, and that's what we do. We give our blood, we give our sweat, we do everything to make sure that everything.
Okay, so again, that's it. The high official EFCC, this is one of the major, I'll call him a stalwart of the Obedient movement. I don't know if he's a member of the Labour Party. I believe he should be a member of the Labour Party, because I think at some point, Maurice Moyer was trying to drive the registration effort for a lot of the Obedience to get into the Labour Party, but I don't even know where that led to. Now that we don't even know where they stand in terms of the political climate in Nigeria. So this is a report where someone was saying that there is heavy vote buying. Almost all the polling units are involved. Official EFCC. I also learned that official EFCC was actually on ground to nab some of the usual suspect buying votes. I'm not sure. I think I've seen this already. I've seen this also already. So let's see. There was Beaver's glitches. that disrupted voting in Onitsha as voters wait for hours. Okay, that's fine. The only man for the job. This is the incumbent governor, which I believe is going to be returned. Okay, number one, due to the power of incumbency. Number two, again, I think APGA has a very, very rich root. It has a very rich root in Anambra, thanks to what's the name? The former Biafra stalwart. I've forgotten his name now. But again, Ojukwu, right? Yeah, Ojukwu, that's the name. Yeah, we'll see what happens. EFCC official storms Anambra vote buying reported. Yeah, that's it. Anambra decides. Who do you think is winning? Of course, it's going to be Soludo. Well, LP guys are saying George Mogalu. Let's see what happens. 2 hours left. This was 10 hours ago. Congratulations on your re-election. Okay, that's that. About that, I'm on ground. Soludo will win the 21-21. APGA structure is too watertight. Yeah, I mean, this is the only, I would say this is the only strong angry fruit of APGA. Once they lose Anambra State, then again, the real, it was this party that Peter Obi, won with when he was governor, and he vowed never to leave that party. So I think APGA is locked down for Soludo. Okay, so again, I don't think this speaks anything. LP has already won their online poll as usual, so then they can lose the main election. LP will win online, but Soludo has already won the election before the election. Exactly. Where's Choma, my candidate? Choma, this is the AAC lady. I mean, AAC, that Showorest party, is also one of the unserious parties that we have in Nigeria. I would advise that Showorest should just face, activism, but again, it is what it is. Let's see. Peter Obi had something to say.
Unfortunately, those who are the victim of bad governance seems to be fueling it. I've been able to go, listing and around on what is happening. What you see is that it's predominantly vote buying to the scale of 20, 30,000, 15,000.
Wow.
The question I ask, for a young person who is unemployed, if he says his vote for 30,000, what is he going to be paid next month when there's no voting?
That's fair point, and that's the sad state of politics in Nigeria today. We have to buy the votes, and that's it.
By selling your vote, you're selling no school, no hospital, no job. You're selling away your future. And that is what is very worrisome. Other countries, even West African countries that are close to us, we have observed the election. I didn't see this happening. So for you people who are journalists, you must cooperate. This must be stopped.
Your Excellency, you are not on the ballot in this election, but we know you belong to the Labour Party. I want to ask you what you think are the expectations of this election, especially as it has to do with your candidate, Dr. George Moore.
Well, for me, yes, you're right. I'm a member of the Labour Party, and I support the Labour Party candidate. But quite frankly, everybody that is involved with this election is my brothers, my sisters, and everything. I'm not in ballot. I've been governor 13 years ago, so I'm not in this. I'm strictly in Champions League of Nigerian politics and contesting to be president of Nigeria. So for people who are in first division, I wish them well. And I'm sure they will do very well. Whoever wins, let him serve the people.
Okay.
Nigeria needs service now. We need to pull our people out of poverty. Our people need to know that schools are working. It's no longer grandstanding. They need to do the hospitals, which is why we're supporting the nursing schools to be able to produce the manpower that is required for every village to have at least a primary health care where people can go to.
Okay, yes, I'd like you to look at that.
I mean, somebody would say, one of his enemies or one of his political competitors would say, oh, but you were governor here 13 years ago. How come that this is still a problem in ANAMBRA state? How come that each local government don't have a primary healthcare center? How come you're still doling out cash in ANAMBRA state shortly before the election? What did you do? Because when he was a governor, I mean, it's on record, and this is fact, that the doctors or the nurses, they were actually on strike for 13 months. As a governor in Anambra State. I mean, you were a governor and you had a major, sensitive, and critical part of your state go on strike for 13 months as a governor. And again, the argument would be that, oh, they were just so bad, that the people were so bad that they wanted to frustrate his ambition and his plan for the medical establishment of that state. But then the question I'll ask is this: you are the leader. How come you were not able to work with them 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 12 months, 13 months on strike? All right, that's a question. And now the thing that we're campaigning on is the same thing that, you walk through that state. I'm just asking questions here and saying, how come they still have that challenge as of today? Was it that successive governors came in and destroyed the good healthcare that you gave to Anambra when you were the governor? Or is it that successive governors came in and destroyed everything? How come that you didn't have a plan such that you're able to actually bring in people that were strong successively and made them to be able to, uphold those strategies?
In 2027, given your experience from what is happening currently in this governor's election, what hope do you have?
Well,
for 2027?
I've congratulated the new INEC chairman and tell him to look at what happened to his predecessors. All I can say to him is that the name and reputation his children will live in is a test.
Well, that's if the guy himself is interested in his name and reputation. I mean, that's just what I would say. Again, some of these people, I'm not saying that the guy doesn't have a good name or doesn't have a good reputation, but what I'm saying is this: words of mouth, trying to kind of psych his ego to be able to do what you think is right, might not work in Nigerian politics. You have to go hard. You have to ensure that you know what you're doing. You have to go hard on these people because they don't leave power easily. AKA Tinubu, snatch it, grab it, run away with it, right? So if you're not ensuring that you are giving them the same energy that the opposition is giving you, or you're one step ahead of the opposition, I'm sorry, 2027 will come and it will just be all cry, press conference, tribunals, and then that's it. Everything moves on again, and then it'll be like, oh, you're disappointed again, you're heartbroken. You have to understand the context of the political climate and systems in Nigeria. At times it might be difficult for you to break in and change it from the outside. So you have to understand what's happening in the inside. You have to play them at their own game. You have to win them at their own game. You have to go all out at their own game. And then they have to even be surprised that you are able to actually pull levers. Again, I don't know, man.
None of us will be in position forever. So it is important that while you're there, try and serve the people. Try and serve humanity, try and serve society.
Excellency, what's your assessment of INEC in the ongoing election?
Well, I'm not here to answer that. I've just told you what is happening with the elections. The observance is a major vote by.
Thank you, Excellency.
Okay, so that's Peter Obi for you.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens there. We're gonna move on. Let's see. Okay, this is on hold news. Congratulations to this. Well, I don't think he's been declared as the winner. The reasons why this is not it. Let's move again and see what happens. Yeah, everybody's buying votes right now, and that's it. Southeast is different. Southeast is different. Making her come outside, though. We're all in the same Nigeria, from Awada to Sambuga. Poverty is the beach. Yeah, we can see all that happening. Let me see if there is any other thing again. This was where we were before. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Nothing much. I want to see what the update is with respect to this. Early in the election, Soludo's party agents have already started buying votes. Here's the situation room. The criminal hacked right at the polling unit where it's happening. There are 45,000 police deployed. 45,000 police deployed.
Okay, my name is Comrade Maoji, a member of Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room.
Okay, so you are here at Central School Uto, and you are on election observation duty.
Sure.
So far so good. What has you and your team? What has your impression been so far?
Okay, we came from we not, and nothing is happening there. Though there are that ward has 5 walls and the 13 polling units. It's a rack, and many personnel, personnel, materials, and police personnel are still waiting to be transported to their polling units.
By what time was this?
We left there 8:55 a.m. and they are still waiting. They actually came to us.
That's 9 o'clock, and they're waiting at 9 o'clock. It's just the level of incompetence that comes with the elections in Nigeria. This is not a national election. This is just a state. Just one state having the elections, and at 9:49, this guy should have moved around by 5 a.m. and been at their polling unit before the first person wakes to cast their vote. But then they want people to come and write JAMB exams very early at 6 a.m. I mean, it's quite ridiculous.
Also, to escalate their situation to the ANEC in Waka. Then we came here, and here they told us they commenced accreditation and voting by 10 minutes after 8, which is not possible because Bivas was made to start by 8:30. They gave us wrong information. So, but what here is unique. We saw that party mercenaries actually collecting people's cards, giving the ANEC will give them form to vote, and when they vote, they give it back to party mercenaries who will drop it in the ballot box, and they are buying and selling vote, actually negotiating.
Yeah, we've seen that on video, buying votes.
It's sad. And probably one party agent there who is very angry over the matter. He has been shouting on ANEC personnel, why are you allowing this? Nobody should touch ballot box or ballot paper of a voter. They should allow the voters to go and vote and drop the ballot paper inside the ballot.
Yeah, it's quite wrong. Your vote is your commitment to a good future. I mean, your vote is your voice. There shouldn't be an intermediary, and I don't know how the formation is. Then when we vote, you go put it in your box. It's between you and INEC, not even you and the polling unit agents for the parties. So again, it's just quite unfortunate. And this is the Southeast. Okay, and I don't want to go there, but this is the Southeast.
So you witnessed this?
I witnessed it.
Okay. So this is a challenge now. How are you going to be taking this up?
Because we met with the Commissioner of Police in charge, Dr. Abeyomi, in charge of this election, ANAMBRA governorship election. And he told us yesterday that they have instructed their personnel to arrest anyone buying or selling of votes. Okay. But in this place that has 4 polling units, only 1 police personnel, no other security agency.
Yeah, because they're still transporting them at this time. I mean, if you have 45,000 policemen deployed, how come a unit just has 1? It's just, and this is this guy's first major election, the new INEC chairman. The level of incompetence is just mind-blowing.
It's represented here. So, and the police personnel is sitting far away from the 4 polling units.
I guess he's enjoying gala, and I don't know what they drink over there in Anambra, maybe like Casera or something.
It will be a challenge for him, but I'm already escalating it to situation because they posted the police personnel to our situation in Oka, who also will escalate it for them to send police personnel to this place, because this place actually needs a security agent's presence and attention.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that, Channels TV and wherever. Yeah, it's just crazy. Don't just vote, go home, stay behind to ensure your vote is counted. The whole thing just looks so much like, oh, and this is now, see what the policeman is saying. High voter turnout as a result of adequate provision of security. Voting has commenced and is ongoing peacefully under the eagle eyes of the security operative. Well, what do you expect from? As voting in Anambra State governorship election begins, party agents are disrupting the voting process in some polling units over vote buying. There needs to be a conversation on this issue of vote buying. I'm just saying there needs to be. It's Anambra go by election. So, I mean, it was relatively peaceful. Okay, this is, I think, George Mogalo of Labour Party. This is Soludo. I'm saying Soludo has it hands down. That's my own prediction. I might be wrong. Okay, votes is going on here. Okay, this is 8 hours ago. Let me see if there's any major stuff again happening. Let me see. Let me just see. Anambra. See what happens. Okay, I've seen this one. Okay, so the votes are coming in now. Just 3 minutes ago, Anambra voters rejected their bribes. Now fake results are being cooked to shove the coalition out. This is a theater of fraud. I have a big problem with the coalition. So this is from ADC. Now, fake results. Yeah, you have to be careful of fake results. I'm not endorsing any of this result. I'm not saying this is true or false, but we're going to see what happens. I believe there should be an Anambra decide. Let me open this. Anambra decides ANDU, and there should be the INEC ANDU. Now, INEC would not, publish any of the results until, they just come in and give you the final winner. But again, look at this. Anambra voters reject their bribe. Now fake results are being cooked. I don't know what this is happening, but this is really ridiculous. ADC and LP, which I expect that they should be working together as a force. So now they're splitting their votes. And this is the people that want to defeat the incumbency. The incumbent governor. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. Even with 2 of them coming together, it's still going to be an uphill battle, for them. Okay. Anambra is not deciding. Vote buying supervised by the police. This vote buying thing is just major. No true result can come out of rigging through vote buying. APGA and APC laundered money into Anambra and are sharing on election day. This is a shame. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I think at the end of it, whoever wins would say, oh, we won, but whoever lost would say, oh, there was vote buying. What has the LP done to counter this? Are there enough evidences? Because it's not just you showing a video of vote buying that you can present. You have to have like a montage of evidences, even if you're going to go to court. Because this is what's going to happen after, if they decide to go to court. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, this is an old news. Yeah, I've seen this one. Let's see, when is this one? 2024. You can have this. This is how I go. Anambra voting going peacefully in most polling units. There's a slight improved voters turnout compared to 2021 elections. Let's see. No, I don't know what it's saying. Okay, so I would expect that, that's over. Let me see. Recover Anambra. From Onisha, I present to Nombi to join and support Mogalu. That's 13 hours ago. Let's see what happens. Breaking. This is 1 hour ago. Man in shock this afternoon after reaching a polling unit in Ihiala during the ongoing governorship election and discovering that no result sheet was available while people are voting. Wow, no result sheet. So where are the results?
Who is in charge here? Okay. I want to climb up. Stop everything now. Wait. Stop everything. Hey. Because turn.
Okay, so who is this guy? He hasn't identified himself. We don't know his name. We don't know who he is. He just wants to say stop everything. Now, there might be irregularities, but who are you? Concerned citizens.
Do you have your result sheet? Why?
Okay, good question.
So they are writing the result somewhere and we are voting here. No, that is not proper. Why are the result sheets not here?
I don't know.
What is the polling unit here?
So who is the polling agent here? Because I believe that at least we said, in 2023, that LP was new and they couldn't have agents across all of the polling units in Nigeria. Okay, fine. I understand. You guys just came out, you had this big momentum. Now, this is Anambra State. This shouldn't be just someone, a concerned citizen, pointing out this issue. Where are the party agents for LP, ADC, APC, and every other person?
What is it? 013. People are voting, and the result sheet is somewhere else, and they are completing the result sheets there and computing the results. This is Ehiala Amamo, Ward A. In Juniorate, the same thing is happening, and she is in charge. She's the APO. No result sheets here, and people are voting.
So my question is, where is the LP person agent? Where is the APC agent? Where is the ABGA agent? I mean, if on a state level you can't even get your acts together, is it a federal where you have 776 local governments and thousands of polling units?
This criminality must stop. Yes. So this exercise now is nonsense. The result sheet is somewhere, and they are writing the results, and you people are standing in the sun. You can, result sheet on an mad now. They here. What are result sheet not here? What are result sheet not here? Hold on. Turn. Come on. Hold on.
This is not the first time I'm doing this work. Whenever we are going, we go with our result sheet.
Why is the result sheet?
When we are going, I search my bag and the person that wanted to do it. I did not see the result sheet. I asked the SPO, he said that we should go, that he will bring it.
What's the name of the SPO?
I don't even know his name.
What the hell? You don't even know the name of the next person you're talking to, the person that is working with you. Where's the orientation? Then where are the party agents? And this is what I say. Where are the party agents? LP agent, at least at the minimum. This should not be one of those units. This is ANAMBRA. This is Peter Obi's state. Again, there are people at the monitoring room that we saw earlier today where they were even confused either they're LP or obedient. And I said, on a day like this, everything should be about LP. If you're serious.
The SPO attached to this unit.
Yeah, he said he's coming, but we have not seen him.
He's coming. Yeah?
It's quite unfortunate. I want to see what happens. I want to see what people, would do. Again, this is it here, right? And then what's happening, right? Can you all see how easily they manipulate elections? They crumble the electoral process from top. That innocent girl is just acting on others. She doesn't even have a clue what she's doing. Okay, until Nigeria are ready to take election as a do or die affair, they will keep making a joke of them. How long will the people's will be treated as an inconvenience rather than the foundation of governance? I don't blame the girl. There are systems in place already. It's not perfect. Where are the party agents? Are you telling me that there are no party agents across board that will call this out? At least before you even open the whole thing, they should examine that everything is intact. Right? And that's it. Will there be a credible, fair election in Nigeria? That's a very good question. This question doesn't necessarily need answers, but the answers are clearly obvious from previous election. Let's talk about what the election that is happening today. We've seen vote buying, right? Who is taking notes? Who is compiling the old things? Where are the lawyers? Right now, there should have been some stuff being filed, being ready to be filed. If you can't file on a weekend, Monday first thing, you're going to the court, you're putting out some evidences to say this cannot stand. And I'm not saying that they should cancel the whole election because you need a sizable evidence. But again, it should be there that these were what was observed, and it should be in the law books. It should be part of the record for this election. This is not happening. Okay, this is not really happening. Okay, as ANAMBRAs go to the poll to elect a governor to rep for the next 4 years, I urge them to pick the APC candidate. Oh, really? I don't know what to say about that one. Vote buying in full display. Why is INEC failing to prosecute the culprit? At least, where are the arrests? I've not seen any single arrest. Okay, so this is 1 hour ago. The results are as follows. Which polling unit is it? Again, this is allegedly, okay? I'm not going to say this is the real result, but again, this is one of the polling units. The results are in ABGA 56. There's even no LP here. There's no LP. Look at this. There's no LP. ADC 3, PDP 3, YPP 21. is locked down. Is locked down. Okay, 56 for ABGA. APC has 66 here. What the hell? Wow. Now, I don't know if this is true, but again, this is what it is, right? APC. Is it a vote buying or what? APC is even beating ABGA in this one. Now, this is not sufficient. Okay, there are 655 registered voters, but only 158 turned up. Okay, now we'll see what happened. Again, this is just one of those. Let me just refresh and see what's happening again as we go on. I keep seeing this guy's tweets. What the hell is this, right? Let me see. ANAMBRA decides. Okay, ANAMBRA decides 2025. 9 minutes ago. Okay, this is Channels TV, so that should be good. AAC candidates lament. I mean, I don't know. We're talking about election. You're talking about AAC. That's Showore's party, guys. I don't even think those guys are serious. But again, this is the reality, right? Alleged voter suppression. How is that voter suppression? There were a lot of, turning out that happened today. So in what way was she talking about? I don't know what she's talking about here, but again, it's what it is. I've seen this Peter Obi stuff. This is reign or mockery. The number one proven enemy of Peter Obi, trying to show this. And today, this same Peter Obi is crying about vote buying during elections. Okay, well, I don't know about that. We at Labour Party do not have the money to engage in vote buying. Obidia movement coordinator Tanko Yakasai claims ANAMBRA election.
And the idea behind it is my name is Dr. Mr. Tanko. I'm the national coordinator of the Obedient movement. And the Obedient movement is putting up all of the structures in the 176,000 polling units on ground. And the idea behind it is to monitor the election at any time and give report. So our agents and our coordinators in all the 21 local governments are already on ground. But one thing I've noticed in this particular process is to ensure that the people respond and come out in case of issue of voters' apathy. But painfully enough, the process, one way or the other, is heavily monetized. And that, of course, has affected these particular elections, both on the part of the candidate and the electorate itself. And that's exactly where the problem lies.
So, looking at what is going on and the lies, what do you think needs to be done to address this concern you have expressed?
Well, most importantly, then we must have to find a way of punitive measures for those who engage in actually giving money and for those who even take money. Because there's a way in which, because if you don't give, nobody will take. So then people will be left with the option of deciding on credible person to vote for. But at the moment, people are offering money even publicly. You heard it on the televisions and social media. People are offering money for this and that and that. And that creates a lot of apprehension in the minds of the people. And truly, today, we have already weaponized poverty in Nigeria as a measure for getting your votes. People are hungry, there's no doubt about it. So we in the Obedient movement are going to report this for everybody to know, so that as a learning curve for Nigerians to know that the Obedient movement structure is all on ground, and then we are establishing the fact that money is playing heavily in this election, and it's a deciding factor.
Okay, so since you said money is playing a big factor, is the Labour Party will also be playing that game with them?
No, of course. That's why we are raising this as an alarm. We are not, because we don't even have the money to do that. And that does not speak well for our own credibility as people who want credible election, free and fair election in Nigeria. Obviously, we will not engage in vote buying or, trying to manipulate the people using money. We will not do it. We don't even have the money. Anyway.
Will you state the position of Mr. Peter Obi on this ongoing election?
No, that you can ask him. I'm sure he's about to vote. But what I know is that Mr. Peter Obi will never engage in vote buying.
I'm saying who is he supporting?
Of course, he has made his own position known of who is supporting right from the beginning. He's supporting George Moghalu. But the thing is that it is Anambarians who would decide who become their governor. He cannot make that choice for them. They have to make that choice. So any choice that they make, he will abide by it. It is their choice.
What's the name again?
My name is Dr. Tanko.
Yeah, again, that's him talking about vote buying. I mean, I expect INEC to come out with I don't even know if it's a strong statement or whatever. But I mean, there should be real. I mean, you're buying vote on an election day. And this is this guy's first stuff. I'll see what happens. Exercise my civil responsibility, cast my vote. Low turn up of voters. I learned the voter turnout was reasonable. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it was reasonable and on all of that. Okay, so this is 3 hours ago. Even if they share 100,000 to voters, we'll still have a land like. Oh, so Abga is saying that they're not the ones sharing. Okay, let's see what he has to say.
Thank you very much. I think you all witnessed the voting here. Before I came, of course, as you know, today is the election day. And as always, you'll be getting calls from all across the state. And I have been doing so. I've been receiving numerous calls from across the entire state. I think one way to say it is that it's been relatively very peaceful and going on smoothly. Some places, some glitches here and there, but like there are some polling units I got a report in Olumbanasa that were not where the beavers wasn't working, were not working as expected. But all said and done, I think on the average it will be said to be going on smoothly and as expected. The only concerns we've received is one or two places, particularly in Newi South local government, where we understand that massive vote buying. Some even being paid.
So now, Abga is like, Soludo is saying, is trying to say that maybe it's not his party. Now, who is buying the vote? Because I think that the whole thing was that different political parties were buying the vote, and there's been videos where we saw people voting Abga, APC, and sharing money too. So again, who is buying what? If INEC is not arresting and prosecuting people, then how do we know who's actually buying the votes?
One of the candidates, particularly from that local government, that he seems to be desperate to win the local government, so he's been sharing 15,000 to voters. And I said, even if they share 100,000, never mind. Let the people just vote, count the votes. Doesn't matter for us, and we're fairly convinced that on the basis of the votes, one man, one vote, that we're going to win and win landslide.
Again, this one thing that the helping needs to understand. There is no way, you could have good intentions and all that. If there is no clear-cut structure on ground, you don't even stand a chance. Forget about it. And it's not only in Nigeria, all over the world. The structures are there. Before you could even say you want to do anything meaningful, all this independent candidate thing, they go nowhere. In fact, more often than not, the independent candidate even spoils the vote for someone good at times. So today, at the end of the day, when the result comes out and Abga wins, it's not necessarily that he's the best person for the job. It's just that the whole state has been locked down on the Abga structure. And this is not today. This was the same structure that brought Peter Obi to power. That's a good lesson there for anyone who wants to still play politics in Nigeria and even practically all around the world. There's a reason why two parties are always strong and the third party always struggles. It's because it's just the way it is. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope there's an independent person that comes in and breaks that. But more often than not, it's very difficult, especially when there are major raises going on.
No question about that. Now, as for the, you've seen the process here. It's quite seamless, but you can see the crowd. The crowd still to vote, and it's about 1:30. So in the next 1 hour, voting is supposed to close officially. But again, the rule is that once you are in the polling unit before 2:30, you must vote. So I expect that all these people, you can still see a few, I'm sure there's still more than 100 persons yet to vote here. So I expect that they will all vote.
Okay.
And
All right, Your Excellency, are you happy with the number of turnouts? Considering the last election, we have less than 10% participation. Are you happy with the number of turnouts in this election?
10% participation? That's why I don't know why people complain, to be honest with you. If 10%, like look at what happened in Nigeria, the person that won the election only won less than 10 million in a country of more than 200. Okay, let's assume that you have young adults or children that can vote. At least minimum, say 100 million. 8 million people decides this is the person that will be president. Now, I'm not even accounting for the rigging and all of that. The participation rate is ridiculously low in Nigeria. Like, people don't even trust the system for them to come out and vote. 10% in last election. I'm interested in seeing what percentage goes in this time around. But again, I don't expect it to be close to more than 20%.
I cannot know the number of turnouts. How can I know the number of turnouts when
Until
voting
after.
is still ongoing?
Yep.
I
Until
mean,
after,
there's no way you know until voting closes and votes are counted. When you see the number of voters that are credited and then those who voted and so on and so forth before you can comment on turnout. For now, we don't know. All you hear is that, I tell you, it's going on well.
All right, Your Excellency, sir, you've made some very remarkable recommendation about the election process. My question is, how confident are you in terms of victory, and are you sure the party will sweep across the 21 local governments?
Let me tell you, let me be clear. We said this all through the campaign. We have opponents, but we have not seen the opposition. And but even then, we have not taken the votes of the people for granted. And that's why we're literally the only party, the only candidate that crisscrossed the entire 21 local governments, the entire 326 wards, the markets, streets, roads, everywhere. Even though everybody says nobody is competing against. But we don't take any vote for granted. And yes, we are. The only thing we hear that is actually a concern, and we hope it's not going to happen, is that one party, I don't want to mention the candidate, that their only strategy is that they have written results which they want to swap during the collation process. That they will want to swap them. They were even trying to tell, they had meetings with polling agents telling them not to write the results properly, not to upload the results on IREV, and so on. And so they can have...
Is that the reason why that lady that we saw earlier on, before I played this one, was saying that she doesn't have the result sheet? Would that be the reason? Is it that could it be that some people are actually playing some funny games behind the scene? I'm just saying, I'm just asking questions, because this is quite ridiculous.
Room to be able to manipulate, but we have confidence in the system, that the system eventually will sort it all out. It's vigilance. People are vigilant. We're organized. We're united, and we'll follow the process. From the polling unit, we'll follow it to the collation at the ward, and from the ward, we'll follow through to the local government and to the state. And if once the system works, we have absolutely no doubt we're going to win the 21 local governments.
No, okay.
That's no one. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I appreciate those watching and tuning in. I would love if you guys can please subscribe. We're just building this channel, and we're trying to move it to a point where we build a community, especially as we go into 2027. So I would appreciate just a little bit of favor to ask anyone listening at this point to please subscribe to this my channel and make it grow. Okay, the video clearly shows agent. Yeah, we've seen this buying of vote. We've listened to this and all that. Let's see again if anything is coming out from this. To the contestant, politics is service, not war. No one kills to serve. Okay, we've read that one. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is five hours ago. We've seen this. Okay, 23 seconds ago. This is Vanguard newspaper. So a little bit of credibility here. Oh boy, look at this. Results. Agulu 2. This is one of the results. This is from Vanguard. Again, that doesn't mean that, this has been corroborated, but I'm just, as it's coming out, I'm putting it out there for you guys under ANAMBRA Decides 2025. Blowout. Freaking blowout, bro. How do you even contest this? LP or obedient or whatever it is, won. I guess that's where the candidate comes from. Oh, sorry. Let me put it so that you guys can see it. I've got 122. Bro, APC 22. YPP, whatever that is. ADC is not even coming out here. Look at it here. Look at it. Abga. So how come they're saying 122? That's a mistake here. It should be 120, right? This is 120 here, right? 4. And these are all signed by the I believe the party agents. Okay, how many people registered? 651 was actually issued, and then you have 147. So they're about my math here, 20%, right? Coming out. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, this is just one polling unit. This is just one polling unit. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what happens. They're collating everything and we'll see what happens. Okay, just pretend you didn't see anything. Slide 1, politicians are actually making use of hunger. Let me see, I've not seen this one before. What's up? What is it? Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Again, that's another vote buying here. Let me see again. Yeah. And then slide 4. What's happening here? Video. I mean, money talks, they say, and BS walks, right? Yeah, mind my language. Let me see. Let's see. I want to see if there are more results coming out. Yeah, we all know that there was vote buying, but I want to see real results coming out today, and then see what happens. Again, nothing much. This was updated 3 minutes ago. I vote turnout marked. Yeah, we've seen all of this. INEC reported over 75 results uploaded by mid-afternoon. So by now we should know, who is winning. Praising the peaceful conduct and security measures. Okay, let's see this one. We've seen this one already. Let me hear this one.
What is happening? There's no elections. There's practically transactions going on around the place. You vote, they write your name, and then you proceed to another section where they give you money. When you look around, these are people going through physical hardship. You can almost touch it. But these women, these elders are selling their votes as little as 3,000, 5,000. And it's well supervised. It's well supervised by people who are probably agents or whatever, because there's a particular woman wearing a tag. And they have sections, they have people all over in fact, it's a cooperative transaction happening here. I saw it, it's appalling. There are sections towards that end, they're sharing, towards the other end, they're sharing. They have people, positioned at this point. I don't even feel it's safe for anyone who is an opposition here. It's highly been dominated.
So are you trying to say it's just the ruling party that is selling? What about other parties? I learned that maybe APC and other ABGA also might have been selling their votes. It's not just,
transactional voting. And this is rigging. This is unacceptable. This cannot be happening. These are people suffering. These are people that will bring children to this country, to this world. But they have already sold their rights for those children to enjoy any dividends of leadership and democracy. And the police is here. The INEC is here. I want the police in this world to tell me that they don't know that there's transaction going on in this place. This is just one of the words. I'm still going to go live.
Okay, question is, what are you going to do about it? This is criminal. Okay, this is the AAC lady, right? This is the Shore lady that gave us some good pictures. It's more than just that. You gotta know what's happening. You gotta have your foot on the ground. What are you going to do about it? I think INEC needs to take this vote buying thing very serious. Else we're just playing in this country. Yeah, but again, it's quite unfortunate. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. Yeah, quite unfortunate. Let me see. Okay, I've seen this one. Let's just move. I might have to move on. Again, as the vote comes out, I'm gonna be kind of sharing it at the Obedience Situation Room. Okay, if you see something, please make a call. Now, if you see something, say something. But again, whoever is going to be contesting that must actually have a good stuff at scale, evidence at scale. Let me see. ABGA is trending. It's normal. Peter Obi can never be president of this country. Don't say anything, just retweet. What does this mean?
Should not be contesting election in this country.
Okay, that's not my focus for today. I need results on what's happening with ABGA. Okay. I don't want, I just don't want to mix the whole thing. This is what is really important. Okay, APC just onboard Labour Party right inside Peter Obi's own polling unit. What? APC just onboard Labour Party right inside Peter Obi's own polling unit. APC had 73, ABGA had 38, and LP had 57. Oh, this is a strong showing though. But I didn't expect that APC would win. So was this vote buying on or what? How person will lose election in his own compound? Well, it's possible. It's possible. It does happen. That doesn't mean they're gonna, they're not gonna lose overall. I mean, Lagos State was lost in the last election by Tinubu and it still won. Now you can contemplate and discuss and challenge yourself with respect to that. But again, it is what it is. Yeah. So APC won in Peter Obi's polling units. Oh, it says a lot too, though. It says a lot. I mean, that's your backyard, that's your household. You should be able to deliver that at a minimum. So is there a disconnect between the closest area, the immediate area of Peter Obi, okay, and the man himself, Peter Obi? Because they should know him better than we guys that were just trying to speculate about who he is. But again, ABGA lost. So, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay. I don't want to talk about this one. Oh, this is another one that just came out. This is another. I think Vanguard is really doing us a good service here. Another election. ABGA is winning. APC 28, YPP 17, and ADC 2. That's crazy here. Let me even see how the news stations are covering this thing. Let me see. ANAMBRA. Okay, ANAMBRA parties to blame if there is voter apathy. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, I said ANAMBRA decides party to blame if there is voters apathy. Let me see what happened. I've seen this one. Really nothing much. Live coverage. Yeah, there's really nothing much being covered here. I guess I'm covering and was to accuse ABGA of vote buying. Let me look at this one. Now, this is a direct accusation.
Voting is peaceful, but there are, and in my polling unit at Odida Central School, Newich. Well, I have had cases, the voting is peaceful, but there have been so many cases of vote buying. And it will interest you to note that based on the reports, a young man was caught around Amobia 10 minutes ago with 20 million naira. to be used for vote buying.
Okay.
If the current administration of Professor Charles Soludo has done well, Apuga, his government, won't be buying votes. And this is a big disgrace, and this is a criminal act that must be prosecuted. But it's a job of all of us, both the poor and the rich. If you want our democracy and you want good development in our environment, you must shun vote buying. So that shows you that there is high level of corruption in Anambra State, and this government must be dismissed. But incidentally, they have resorted to vote buying today. That's the report. And I'm happy that I must commend the activities of the Nigerian police, who every report that I have sent has been investigated and they yielded the result in catching some of them that must be persecuted. And I have told my agents, my supporters, some of them came to my house to say, oh, you must give us money to buy votes so that you don't lose on your polling booth. I said, I am ready.
Can you imagine that? So the agents even came to him to say, give us money. Again, that's why I say at times, we deserve the kind of leaders we get. Even at the mass level, there's an expectation. There's just this disconnect. We decide we deserve the kind of leadership that we have in Nigeria. Fortunately,
to lose in my polling booth, I cannot buy vote. He who goes to equity must go with clean hands. If my people, with everything I have done and my credentials, and they feel that they prefer to sell their votes and support the government that has created woes for them, the government that is using talks, the government that is breeding corruption by refusing to computerize the activities of our state. Good luck to them. For me, I will never succumb to blackmail and intimidation, to buy votes, to give money to people. Rather, I support people who wants to work. It is on record that I have done so many. I'm the proud owner of a Buba Foundation. I have helped so many people in my community, but if they feel that it is better for them to collect 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira to sell their vote and feel that they will disgrace me with that, good luck to them. For me, I'm happy that the whole world knows me as a man of integrity, a man that is credible and whatever. Yes, I'm not afraid of losing to corruption. Thank you. Gentlemen and lady of the press, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Again. Yeah, that's it. Again, this is another opposition. ADC, I didn't even know ADC was fielding a candidate. And then you have LP candidates also there. And it's just quite unfortunate that you have both these people happening. I've seen this video before. Anambra decides who will emerge victorious. We'll look at the statistics and the law. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we already know that it was gonna be Soludo. And that's it. Anambra decides, voter turnout, security vote buying concerns, define the polls. Yeah, we know that. We see that. That's really what's happening, and it is what it is. Yeah, I feel palming me. I just want to take a quick break now. There's this story that I said I was gonna react to, and it had to do with, I think, David Uday, and we see what happens. Oh, what is this one? Oh, let me see this one.
It was a horrible car crash with a couple trapped in the wreckage. Cops investigated it as an accident until the boyfriend woke up in the hospital, and what they say he told them is shocking. Oh, this just got my attention, actually. Let me take a break from the vote buying election of Anambra State. So they're saying that the girlfriend tried to kill the guy in a car crash. That's crazy. Let me listen to this. Accusing his girlfriend of intentionally crashing their car in jealous rage. Les Trent.
Oh, okay. So it was just more of a rage, not like there was a planned. Cool. Let me see.
Details.
A young couple has been in a horrible car accident. Police say this Honda was going 95 miles an hour before it slammed into a thicket of mangrove trees. 24-year-old Leah Mumby is screaming for help. She believes her boyfriend, 22-year-old Daniel Waterman, is dead.
So she was apparently in the car too, right? And when that happened, let me see. Okay, so this is the iPhone just sending an auto, like SOS message, Okay.
At first, police thought it was a tragic accident. But then, in a moment straight out of a movie, when Daniel Waterman woke from the coma, he told them it was not an accident.
What?
He couldn't speak, but with the help of a special letterboard, he slowly printed out a tale that has heads spinning. His girlfriend, he wrote, tried to kill him. He communicated that Leah had just told him she was pregnant. He said she was also jealous about texts he'd received from another woman. Then, he literally spelled out for them that Leah drove off the highway and slammed into the trees on purpose. I don't care what happens, you'll get what you deserve, he quoted her as saying. After 8 months of battling to stay alive, Daniel died. I spoke to his mother.
Wow. So the guy died. Wow.
And aunt.
It was something that was so heartbreaking as a mom. It's like, how could someone do this to my son?
Leah Mumby was arrested as she arrived at the hospital to visit Daniel. The charge, vehicular homicide.
There's no doubt in my mind that it was anything but an intentional accident.
Leah Mumby leading up to that crash.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. I mean, yeah. Let me go back. I said I was taking a break from the elections. I'll go back to see what the results are had. I actually wanted to see a different video. And that was the video between David Uday and let me see, the Silver Show. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is it. Why he was arrested. Let me look at this video.
Time I was following only him.
David betrayed me. He backstabbed me. Permit me, let me tell you things that David did to me.
Us for a very long time in terms of on X, people that are very conversant on X. Yeah. At the point in time, I was following only him. The truth is, David doesn't know me. He has not seen me before. He doesn't know what I look like.
So this guy is allegedly, or let me just put it, the guy that is in charge of the PDOM handle. So we know that PDOM was always breaking some stories that has to do with heavy, insider information and all of those. And then I think he was working in collaboration with David Uday. David Uday is this investigative journalist, which I believe also tries to break stories. Let's just leave it at that. And then at some point, Atlanta, they actually fell apart, and there was a series of issues that happened. Now this guy is coming out to just talk about all that happened between David and himself. So let's listen.
Okay. But we speak on phone, WhatsApp to be precise. At the point in time, David is one of the few persons that knew that I was in Nigeria. I never left Nigeria for once in my life while doing journalism. So
this guy concealed his face, and that's one thing with X is very good. You don't need to put your face there, just type and all that. And he was doing his own work. People were like, who is PDOM? It brings out a lot of information that, contains high secret. Okay.
That close we are. But it all turned after my arrest. After my arrest, they gave me access to contact my family for the first time. After being incommunicado with any human being alive. I now called my brother. So I told my...
Again, this guy is saying that David Uday betrayed him. So that's what we're watching. This is the one of PDOM. Okay.
David, yeah, that specifically you should contact Peter Obi, that I need support.
So we're saying that he needed support, needed Peter Obi to fight for him, okay?
They should get me lawyers that they can sustain financially. That for now, I have been arrested. that I'm ready to be in detention, even if it is 3 months. My brother did exactly what I asked him to do. You know, he contacted David using my handle. He told David that I am not the one that is messaging him, that he is my direct blood brother, that I have been arrested, that I was arrested on so and so day and I've been in detention. But they know where I am. I'm at FCID.
Yeah.
That I've been given bail administrative.
So the CID is more of an investigative, like I would say, agency in Nigeria. The CID, more like secretive stuff. Let's just say they're like the FBI of Nigeria. They took this guy. This guy has so many like secret information that he keeps putting out there, and nobody knew who he was, but except David, according to him, and then his brother also telling him to get in touch with Peter Obi, possibly just to help him and secure his release.
Bail. That this is a copy of the bail.
Okay.
He sent it to David. That this is the copy of the bail. That I don't want this information out. I just want them to help me financially with lawyers that they can sustain.
Okay.
That I want to keep my anonymity. I don't mind being in detention, even if it is 3 months. David and my brother had conversation. They now moved from Twitter to WhatsApp.
Yeah.
This my brother is someone that doesn't really know how to use
WhatsApp.
Twitter. To be honest with you, he's not a tech savvy.
Okay.
I'm a tech person. He's not a tech savvy. You understand? But he's someone that is a youth leader that has heavy presence on television, on the media. They now moved to WhatsApp, had a WhatsApp conversation. My wife also begged David that he should help me.
Yeah.
David now agreed that he's going to.
So he's married. So now David Udane, right? I call him a troubled guy. He's a very troubled investigative journalist. I don't even know, where he stands again.
Help me. After agreeing, I instructed them to hand over my account to him, because since my brother is not tech savvy, let them not send him pitching.
David said this.
No, I told my brother. They are passing a message to David that I instructed them to hand over my account to him.
Yeah.
So
again, you might forgive me here. I might not have the full context, and this is a live reaction that I'm doing to this. So there was this story where at some point, because David Udane definitely is against the APC government and Tinubu guy. So there was this, and I think I believe what this guy is saying now, because I remember at that point in time, people were saying that, Udane is actually PDOM. That it seems like he has access to both accounts. So now this guy, what he's talking, what he's saying now actually do make sense in that reality that he gave David his own account. Because people are like, PDOM is David is PDOM, and I remembered faintly about that.
Can control the account.
Okay.
You understand?
While you're in detention.
Yes, while I'm sustain the account while I'm in detention. I don't mind to be there for 3 months. That because my brother don't know how to operate Twitter very well.
Yeah.
That someone could send him a link with pitching, and he will go and click, and they will steal the account. So I wanted to protect them.
It's talking about the phishing. Phishing is just more like a fraudulent mail for them to compromise your account. When you click that link, they take over of all your UIs, your interface, and all of that. So that's what he's trying to say. That he didn't want it to give his brother, so he gave David the whole thing. I'm in detention right now. I cannot operate. David, Udane, take my phone. Just operate this account for me. There might be people coming in and all of those. Okay.
The account. So I asked him to hand over the account to David, which he did. After reaching out to David, told David everything. They had the conversation. David now did a prototype of the tweet he was going to put
and showed him.
And showed them. They said it's fine.
Okay.
He said he's going to contact the people they asked him to contact.
Yeah.
David now said my brother should send the account to him, my login. Immediately David got hold of the account. David blocked my brother.
Boom.
On that account.
You don't mean it.
He blocked.
Well, on a normal day, David blocks everybody. David blocks everybody. It's like, even you may not know the reason why he's blocking you. The guy is more of a troubled guy. But again, it is what it is.
Him from the PDOM account. He blocked him. David blocked my brother on WhatsApp.
Wow.
Even my brother's own Twitter handle, David blocked him. So he will not have any access or communication to him anymore. Now the login that my brother gave him, he quickly changed it. After doing that, David now came online and started. Someone that gave them a prototype that this is what he was going to post. He came out and started lying to Nigerians, trying to create fear-mongering about me, that I am in a hole, I am dying, they want to cut off my head. Bro, all those things are lies.
Wow.
I was in the...
You see that? So thinking that would suffice and that would actually make, people to go against the government. Again, I'm like, you can always do activism against the government, but why lie about that? Why use that as it's fine for you to aid the government of the day. There's nothing bad about that, especially if you're fighting for as an activist and all that, whatever it is. But why would you lie? Again, this is this guy's account. Allegedly, I would be waiting for David's response, but I'm not so sure if he has put down a response. I'm going to look for it. If I can get that, I'll get it to you.
FCID, no head they were cutting off. I was communicating.
And they treated you fine in FCID.
See, I wasn't eating their food. I was on self-feeding at FCID. I'll give money to the police. They have people that come to sell us things. You understand? When the lawyers are coming, they'll bring money for me. The money they'll give to me, I'll keep it in my cell. If I want to buy food, in the morning they'll come to sell. People that have been to FCID in Abuja, I'll give money to those people. They'll bring food for me, morning, afternoon, evening.
So David said you were a criminal.
No, David now went and started telling people that I have been arrested. I'm missing, that they don't know where I am. That is what he said, that I am missing. They don't know this one.
Whereas he knows.
He knows.
Okay.
If he's a good friend, if he's someone that cares about me, as an investigative journalist, he would have sent someone to go and verify the location they called for me.
Again, I mean, they call him an investigative journalist. I just believe he's overrated. They said he does good works, expose some stuff. Okay, fine. Again, that might be your opinion and I don't have anything against it. But the problem is this, that there are cracks that shows. And again, don't buy everything that you're being told. Whatever I say on this channel, don't buy it. Do your own work. Do whatever it is, especially when I'm reacting live. I might get one or two things wrong. And it's okay. It's fine. You can call me out for it. It's fine. But when you just take someone as this is a guy that won't fall, by the time the person falls your hand, then you become like a dumb guy.
Because they told him that I'm at FCID. To the name, because David doesn't know my real name.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know my face. He only knows me that I am Pidom. We speak on phone, WhatsApp to be precise.
All right. So at a point.
No, listen to me. So why David was doing all those things? The thing now got traction. That is what he wanted. Limelight.
Yeah, he trended, yeah.
Rather than using my account that they gave him to post all those things, he shifted it to his own account. And his own media platform. West African Weekly.
Yes.
He started posting with that. They asked him to use my account to be posting. He left my account. I started using his own account, David Jundein and West African Weekly, to drag traffic to himself.
Yeah.
You understand? Why he was doing that? Now, the likes of Showore, Deji, and other people, when they got the news that Pidoma is missing, Pidoma has been kidnapped, they don't know my family, they don't see me, they don't know anything, they don't know what I look like. So, they now use their influence. Someone like Showore was able to trace what David refused to do. You remember my brother gave him a copy of my bail, that I was giving bail.
Yeah.
Showore now used it to trace and now confirm that yes, Pidom is at FCID.
Okay.
That is a journalist.
I mean, you may not like Showore, and I don't like his politics, but again, in terms of activism, Showore has been consistent. I mean, you may not like it. I mean, you understand that most of these people, it just comes with a package. If you're into activism, it actually comes with a package. Most of them are not. You don't get to like them. They say the truth at times without even any filter. But I can say Showore has always been consistent in the activism world. I may not like his style, you may not like his style, but in politics, is a no-no, zero. He doesn't even understand politics, okay? Let's just put it at that. Again, coming from this guy talking about how Showore helped, treated him, looked for him and all that, that's what Showore would do. Showore can leave Abuja today and then he's at NYSC office in Lagos trying to fight for Raye. That's who he is. And you appreciate him for that. I disagree with him in his political whatever, but it's what it is.
Known as Mazi OJD of FIJ. He did his own research and confirmed that I am there. He even sent someone, a friend of his, to come to that place to confirm if actually PDOM is here. Showore now told David that since we have confirmed that this guy is okay, David, stop all this you are doing. David was busy lying that I am in a hole, I am this.
Yeah, but that's what he does, and that's why people fall for that kind of crap. Remember before Tinubu was sworn in, he started gaslighting everybody, saying I have this on full authority that FBI was ready to actually crash the Tinubu's election. I'm like, oh fine, you might hate Tinubu, okay, that's fine. But why are you lying to people that, oh, it's confirmed with the FBI that they're going to bring something about the drug dealing case of Tinubu, that he's going to blow off his government, he's not going to do, he's working on good authority. Now, I was like, people falling for this nonsense. Few days to the whole thing that he was meant to release it, then he started. So when he misses it like that, then he comes and starts throwing tantrums online. Okay, start blaming Nigerians. Start saying that he doesn't understand this country. People are just dumb. People are just this and that. He doesn't like how Nigerians behave. Like even the investigation that he has done about the deaths they're going to release about Tinubu, it was already ironclad. It was well covered. You were tweeting about it online, no? Then people take it and run with it. And I say, oh, because people ran with that investigation, now FBI has changed their mind. And I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is it? You understand? Like I was talking about it, someone said, oh, the guy has been refused asylum in 17 countries. I'm like, okay, that serves him right.
Stop it! We've confirmed this guy is alive. I'm calling names. As I'm saying this today, I will name names.
You can go and verify, right?
Nigerians should not believe me. Go and ask these people I'm calling today. So, after doing that, David they now set up a WhatsApp group. They call it intervention group.
Okay.
That group, they'll set up a legal team from the group. They'll set up a media team, and they'll set up a support team where they can source for support for me, financial support, since I've been arrested. Then they'll get a legal team to handle my legal services, and they'll get a media team. So in that group, I don't really know all the members, but I'm very sure we have Showore in that group. David is in that group. Raphael Adebayo is in that group. I'm calling names. Mazi OJD is in that group. Deji Adoyonju is in that group. David, I don't know how they formed the group. After forming that group was to advocate for my release, put pressure on the government to release me. My blood brother that brought information to them that was arrested, they did not add him to the group.
Was there any of your family in the group?
Nobody. My blood brother brought information to David. David was not taking glory like he is the one that is getting on the phone with his connection. Do you know what he told Nigerians? That security agents reached out to him that PDOM has been arrested. And they gave him my password. He used his investigative prowess to get my password. Primary 3 lies.
Is that not even a crime? Getting somebody else's password. And again, that's why I just feel like, they call him a Cambridge investigative fellow. Like, I'm like, this is nonsense. How would you use investigative stuff to get someone's password and log into their person's account? It doesn't make sense. But you know what? It's going to have the gullibles believe him, and they're going to follow him, and they're going to put him on that pedestal like, oh, this guy is doing a whole lot, good thing for Nigeria. But it is what it is. I can't help stupid, right?
He told Nigerians, and Nigerians believe David. How can security agents arrest PDOM and reach you, David? David would not arrest PDOM. We'll see PDOM logging. Is it possible? And Nigerians believe David.
Oh, Nigerians will believe anything, bro.
That is a lie David lied. So, do you know what they did? They now went to set up a subgroup where they added my brother.
I ate.
And my brother will feed them in the subgroup. They will not bring it to the main group and now put it to Nigerians.
There's always an idiot in a main group that goes ahead to form a subgroup. Just know that. Then you have a sub. And then by the time you post some jargons in a group, they'll say, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't know I didn't know this person was in this group. WhatsApp group, what that thing will cause.
Okay. Feel that they are the ones getting information.
You did mention something before you move forward, that most of David posts that were seemingly credible were from you.
Bro,
the investigative.
David, Nigerians don't really know David. David doesn't have a...
I agree with that guy. People don't know David. People don't know a lot of all these activists. What you see out there is different from what happens behind the scene. People are waking up to the VDM, the real VDM, which is fine. You do you. Okay, if your goal in life as a VDM or whatever, now it says he's not even an activist anymore. Okay, fine. If your goal in life is to bring other people down as your way to get to the, to the limelight, it's fine. Again, I'm saying, when VDM came up, it was propped up. And we know who propped up VDM. Majorly, I don't really listen to his stuff, but once in a while, because it trends, and the algorithm that Facebook has built and all this social media has built, they thrive on controversies. So there is no way they won't push his content to your page, especially if something is happening generally. It tries to trend with whatever story is happening and tries to insert himself in the story, and that's how he gets his growth, which is fine. I'm not against it. But again, mostly, to be honest with you, the obedience propped up, David, and also the Southeast traders and all that. Sorry, I said David, VDM. They propped VDM up. They gave him the clout for the most part. Not that other people from other group didn't, but majorly it was from the obedient, which happens to be majorly from the Southeast. And as they were propping him up, it was growing. Now it's coming against them. And they're like, oh, we were the one that helped you. We're the one that built you up and all that. You're coming against us. Like, it's fine. I just take my popcorn and I'm enjoying the whole thing. Oh, he wants to destroy our business. You propped him up, guys. You made him who he is today, for the most part. Now it's coming against you. It's coming against your business. It's coming against Bill Lord. He wants to destroy all the businesses in Nigeria and bring his own business. But he's finding it very difficult to land just phones that is not even up to 100. And you guys are not like, oh, this guy came. But you helped him. You built him up. Again, the algorithm has been designed to destroy, most lives anyways. And that's the reality. That's what it is. But again, I digress. Let's continue the story with David.
He's a rookie. Doesn't know anything in investigative journalism. Since freedom shot this man, why is David not putting documents again? Why is he not putting documents again? I want to tell people things about David. He's a snake. It will take only a madman to come out of prison or detention and start fighting the person that claimed to have helped him in public.
Okay, that's true.
David did me shit. Sorry for the bad, for the line of word I'm using here. David did me dirty. David betrayed me. He backstabbed me. Permit me, let me tell you things that David did to me.
And the painful part is when you're being treated horribly and you can't even defend yourself. This guy was in prison, right, in there, and he couldn't even defend himself. And again, number two, the reason why he couldn't defend himself was that it was anonymous. So you can't even put a face to the name at the time. People were like, oh, is David Pidum? Is Pidum David? There was always that, that story that happened. And I don't have in full authority word to word, 100% what happened during that time. But this guy is right. That story trended. And, David had a lot of those stories and we didn't even know what's up. I don't know what to believe. Now, when I get to news that I don't know what to believe or what to talk about, I just move on. I don't need to be right all the time, I just move on.
I have not in my life met Showore for one day. I have not met Deji Adoyinju for one day in my life before I was arrested. I don't know how they look like in terms of I've seen them on video, but
no, about real life,
I don't know how their character really looks like. But there is this negative impression outside about Showore and Deji. That they are agents of government. You understand? That they work for the government. And honestly, telling you the truth, I believe that general notion.
No, I don't believe that notion. I mean, you don't need to be smart at times to also debunk all of these things. Showore doesn't work for the government. But I believe that the government used Showore as a useful idiot at times. Look at what happened when he said free Nnamdi Kanu, and then he went for the he went for the free Nnamdi Kanu, and the guy ran 440 like a madman. Just had a slight gunshot. Guy ran. Now what happened that day was that they now arrested Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and Nnamdi Kanu's brother, and Showore was not arrested until days after. And the guy went to the police station that evening to now say from free Nnamdi Kanu to free Nnamdi Kanu's brother, free Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. And then the narrative was said that, oh, they used him to arrest Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and Nnamdi Kanu's brother. That was just recently. Okay, so that was the whole thing. Now, Showore is not an agent of the government. At least he's been consistent over the years. But the problem is that the government needs people like Showore at times. Because the government needs to put a face to opposition and activism. The government needs people like VDM. VDM is a useful idiot for the government. Like VDM tells you that when he gets an information or if he's investigating something, he sends it to the police first and then he continues with his own investigation. They need people like that because it's easy when you have, people that they can actually put a name to, and tackle. So as they are working with them, like you can come out in the next 10 years, it might come out that, VDM was actually an agent of the FBI of the CID or all that. I don't know. That might not be true. But I'm saying that they always need people like that. So again, the government may be using Showore and Showore may not know. And this is one thing I also say about Peter Obi, and you guys might disagree with me. I'm saying Tinubu has never in his political life, and he's done a lot of great stuff when it comes to politics and all that. He has never had, wait for it, a better political friend and affiliate like a Peter Obi. Peter Obi has been the best gift. Like the guy has been struggling, made some governors, even in APC after Buhari won, he struggled to just keep it all together. A lot of lessons to unpack there, but I'm not going to go into it now. But the best thing that happened, because APC's results during the Buhari's years were disastrous. And it was on that alone that Tinubu shouldn't have even been elected president. But do you know what happened? Peter Obi came into the whole story. And that was the best thing that happened to Tinubu. Forget about all this, they rigged the election and all those stuff. We can always argue back and forth. Because then it was easy to break whatever stronghold that the PDP will have had in 2023. So again, is it intentional that Peter Obi went into the race? No. To help Tinubu? No. But again, I'm saying that that's how politics work. Unintentional consequences do happen as a result of people's decision to do things or other things, even if you're in the right. So in Peter Obi's mind, he's actually fighting for the betterment of the Nigerian people. He's putting his heart in the race, paying even some ultimate prices at times. But again, this is politics. It's a numbers game. And if you don't understand the numbers, if you don't understand the structures and the system, you will just be collapsing your head, fighting all the time, not knowing that there are things that just doesn't work a certain way. So I agree with what he says here.
So when Showore and Deji came into my case, I was skeptical about them, but I didn't know they are the best people to deal with. God was so kind. Finally, I was charged to court. After all the noise everywhere, I was charged to court. So when they charged me to court, I went to prison because my bail was denied.
Okay. Oh, okay.
When I got to prison, I have been exhausted financially and going to a new place.
Again, let me talk about lawsuits and how they use that to control people. At times, the government knows that at times that you are not even going to go to prison. But the problem is this, you're using your personal resources to fight the states. What resources does the state have? Unlimited. And I mean unlimited. So at times they use that to frustrate your life and to just railroad you.
Well, let me go back. Before I got to prison, why in detention? Why at FCID? Sarah Ibrahim, the Sarah Ibrahim on Twitter, and Arewa chick. Okay. After they discovered that PDOM has been identified as in FCID, Sarah Ibrahim came with food to come and give me and other cellmates. So when she came, I asked her to give me a number that
Anywhere they take me to, I will contact her. I saw the prison setting the first day I went there. It is not the easy place if you don't have money.
It's crazy.
And I don't have a couple.
Yeah.
So I used someone's phone to contact Sarah. I told Sarah, this is my current condition. You have to stand for me. Reach out to your friends and see what you can do. Sarah told me she will revert back. The next day, Sarah and her friends contributed over 400,000 and sent to me. With that money, I bought this phone. So Sarah practically was even sustaining me to an extent in prison, sending me things periodically in prison. Thanks to Sarah.
That's
but
obvious.
David came out and told Nigerians that Pidon went to prison. Government gave him phone.
Oh, wow.
Government gave him phone. He did a check on the line. The line is linked to one NIA agent. David show evidence. Sarah is alive. Let her deny. Sarah sustained me. Sarah got me this phone. I even told her everything. I went to prison for doing my job, for holding the government accountable, for putting out information. So while in prison, the people that arrested me, during my interrogation before they took me to prison, they wanted to know who are my sources of information. But as a journalist, I cannot divulge that. I cannot give her that information.
This is the true test of journalism, especially investigative journalism. Your sources, that's your life. Like, if you're not ready to put down your life to protect your sources, then just choose another. Just go be a TikToker, because that's the test. And people go to jail because of that. I'm not going to give you my sources. And not just giving them your sources, you must be able to do your journalism in such a way that they cannot even infer or get to know who your real sources are.
So I told David that, look, in journalism, you can use reverse psychology and get a case trashed. That since these people have accused me that they are interrogating me that I am leaking information and they want to know the source of my information, I want to spin the allegation back to them. That David, I want you to use my handle and post that 2 commissioners of police, 2 AIGs and 2 DIGs are the one giving Pidon information. That all of them will leave my case and run. Since they don't know, they will be scared if I point anybody, that person will be indicted. I told David. And I told David the worries I have about Showore, about Deji. I'm scared of them because I don't know them. I've not met them before. Even before I went to prison, I've not met them before. So I told David. And that conversation, it was Sarah Ibrahim. After I got my phone, I now called Sarah. I told Sarah, look, please. You people promised me that Peter Obi will help me with a lawyer. I've not gotten one. What is happening? Please help me. My case is very sensitive.
Okay, just for you who are wondering that, why was he arrested and all that? So this is what Grok gave to me. Pidon, the real name is Bristol Isaac. I don't know how to pronounce this one. He's a Nigerian whistleblower who run the anonymous X account Pidon Nigeria, also known as 99% Oppressed. He was arrested on 5th of August 2024 in his hotel room in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, by the Nigerian Police Force National Cyber Crime Center, NPF. Leaked information, classified information. So these are informations that is not just handled by anybody, that undermine the integrity of the government operation and threatens national security. The arrest followed a formal petition from the Office of the Secretary of the Government of the Federation. When police arrived, Pidon allegedly locked himself in the bathroom, destroyed his phone, and flushed it down the toilet to erase evidence. That's a good journalist. Now it faces this, cybercrime, money laundering, unlawfully obtaining, retaining, and disseminating classified. So these are the informations that tells you about what is happening and all of that. Current status: it was remanded in Kuje prison until September 2024, when the federal government granted him bail. As of the latest report, late 2024, he's out on bail and his case is ongoing. Why the arrest caused outrage? Pidon was celebrated for exposing corruption, leaking memos on misuse of public funds. Critics call it government intimidation of whistleblowers. Supporters says it crossed into illegal handling of state. There's always a thin line. If you meant, no, I wasn't talking about this. Okay, so that's that about that. Let me just continue. I just want to bring that in just to give us some perspective about that.
Now told me that she just finished discussing with David. They were trying to see what they can do. That do I want to speak with David? I said yes. She now said, okay, I will connect you on a conference call. So me, you and David can talk. So we started talking. So I now told David all this suggestion that let's pin this case back to them. Let's use reverse psychology on them. I told David, Sarah was in that conversation. Sarah and David, all of us. Sarah and I said, oh, this thing is not okay. Let's talk.
Yeah, but you'll be out of your mind. That, well, whatever he wants to use the reverse psychology thing, which is fine. But again, if this guy would have been, I would have thought, and maybe they were even listening to his conversation. So that wouldn't even fly. That even didn't make sense. I mean, you were in detention, you were in the cell, and you were trying to use that. They heard all your conversation. Forget about that. They heard all your conversation.
Stand with the truth. David said it's not okay. I said, look, this is your reverse psychology. I'm not saying that.
No, it's not okay, actually.
They are the ones. I want to turn back the accusation back to them so they will run away and leave me with the case.
No, but then you have to back it up. That's a very low level, low IQ suggestion, though. You have to back it up with facts. You can't just say that in the court of law or say that to the police. Again, if you lie intentionally in the court of law, that's perjury. And perjury also comes with severe punishment, right? Yeah.
I told them, do you know the surprising thing? David was using another phone to record the conversation between me.
That's what I said. If you think that they're not listening to your conversation, if you think that somebody's not actually, trying to leak that information out, especially you were in prison. So what are you talking about, bro?
And Sarah, a WhatsApp conference call.
No, that's not true.
Again, guys, I know that please, I would appreciate if you can help subscribe to this channel. I'm doing this. I'm trying to build this community. Your help is matters, but if not, I'm also still happy with that. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
After recording it, David now went and sent it to the group where Showore and Deji are members in the group. That's their intervention group.
So what you are saying that these names you call can verify.
Let them. I said, David is in the group. Rafael Adebayo, Mazio JD, Deji Adeonju, Odele Farotimi is in the group.
Oh wow!
They all saw the recording. David sent it to the group for Showore and Deji to hear. Why I was being cautious about that, I don't know them. It's David I know. He sent it that they should hear. Immediately, everybody in that group heard that conversation. They abandoned me to die in prison. They left
that's what really happened. Yeah. Yeah, because then again, it becomes a slippery slope at that point. It becomes really crazy, right? Because then, like, this person, we don't even know him, but we're trying to fight for him now is coming out with these nefarious thought and suggestion, and then they might then be implicated because I said that was a very low IQ stuff. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do that.
He said, if you can say this, tomorrow you can say this.
Exactly.
Everybody abandoned me.
Yeah.
I say these things ignorantly because I don't know you people. That was the whole thing that happened. So when they abandoned me, it left me to die. It was Deji and Showore that now used their discretion to ask themselves critical questions. We don't know Pidon. We've not met him before. We don't know how he looks like. We don't have any interaction with him. He is a friend of David. So it was because of David raised alarm that Pidon has been kidnapped that we came into this thing. So why would David be the one to bring a private conversation with him and Pidon? Even if they even talk about us, why would
I don't know. I don't care about you. The day you release my conversation with you to the press or to outside, sorry, you can no longer be my friend. I can no longer talk to you. I can't even trust you. That's how bad I look at that. Leaking private conversations to the public to, I don't know, it's crazy.
Will he come and post it in the public group when he knows that we are there and Pidon is not there? They use their initiative to know that David is the traitor here. Do you know that intervention group said they've raised 3 million to support me? Because of that thing, they wash their hands off.
Wow. Why do you think David hates you?
It's a case of
competition.
I have no personal problem with David before now. In fact, a day before I was arrested, I had a conversation with David. So I will be a madman to come out from detention and start fighting David.
Yes.
So David has this attitude of pulling down people.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Is the VDM model. I want to be the one that dominates this industry. So PDOM and David are competitors. It's just like an MTN and Glow. MTN and Glow are competitors, but they collaborate at times. PDOM is a competitor to David. So the only way David can be authentic, given that he's not, and I don't even buy his, I don't even know how people fall for all this gibberish. So the only way that David can be like ahead of that industry is to pull down every other competitor that are in that industry. Companies also do that to each other. Like you just said, they say, this Indomie kills people, and then they do the investigation and then there's nothing there. So that's one. Then secondly, also it happens, and also that's also the VDM model. VDM has been able to entrench it and make it viral. So that's why if you're doing very well, even if there's no case, VDM will go after you, go after your business to create traffic. Secondly, also to destroy you, and then also buttress his own authenticity. So, I mean, there are a litany of names for VDMs too, because it's the model. Now, VDM does his own in such a way to get more traction, so it goes after celebrities, because celebrity already has a social capital. They already have their own names, right? So it feels like if he actually does that, it can actually subdue you and then again get traction with his name. And he's been doing it and it's been successful. But now until the B-Lord case, now I'm not going to take a side here, although it was really stupid what VDM did, but then the B-Lord case now brought it all to the open and like, oh, this is actually the model. So everybody that has been trying to kind of, point this thing out over the years and now coming out to say, yeah, that's true, that's who he is. So it's just more of a pull down thing. David saw this guy as a competition, and it feels like PDOM, because again, the stories that this guy actually break, they're always kind of crazy stories, okay? So I think that's why David had to go. And that's why David doesn't even he has this temperament of a child, that any slight provocation, it blocks you, or it just comes out and just insults you unnecessarily. There's still some claims that David made during the last election that doesn't even make sense, and people went with it. People post it. So again, it's pride, is kind of being an unhinged individual.
He has this attitude. You remember the girl that did that sex for grade in Lagos interview?
Yes.
Unilag.
Yes. It's
Kiki Modi. Because she started shining, David looked for a way to spin lies to pull her down. That case ended up in a UK court, where David was found guilty and was fined £97,000. He has not paid that money till today. Wow. Let me show you something. I am PDOM. Now, PDOM handle has been suspended by Twitter.
See that
it's currently suspended.
That is currently suspended, and it has.
I only go through the read. I can read tweets, but I cannot post. I cannot engage. I cannot do any other thing. I met Abakari in prison. I met Tigran yes. Gambiadi, the man that they arrested for Binance.
Yes.
See, in prison, Abakari was staying on a private cell. I was saying in bomb blast. It's also a private cell, just 2 inmates to a cell.
Oh, okay.
Yes, 2 inmates. Kuje prison is cool. You understand?
So they treated you well.
I never ate food from the prison. I was getting food from KFC throughout. So I'm coming. So while in prison, Abakari told me a lot of things as a journalist. Before I went to prison, they were waiting for me to come. Tagri Gambiadi, the man in Binance, told me so many things. They said, look, you're a journalist. When you go out, tell our story. Look, there is always 2 sides to a story.
Yeah.
People have heard from this person.
Yeah. there's always two sides. There's always two perspectives. There's always different perspective, different ways of looking at things. And as I tell people, no matter how sure you are of a story, remember there's at least a 1% factor that something might actually be wrong. And if you go with that attitude, it makes you to be able to see things from a different perspective. Oh, there's this story today about Ned and Regina. There's this story about this and that. There's B-Lord and VDM. There are always sides to story. There's VDM and Ross story. There's always give yourself that 1% chance that you might be wrong. If you start going with that attitude that you might actually be wrong at times, it helps you and it gives you clarity. It helps you to understand that things might not be as it seems. And also helps you to avoid errors and mistakes. Just saying.
You've heard from the people prosecuting Abba Kyari. Have you heard Abba Kyari's own side of the story?
So Nigerians, Ziggy. This is the Silver Show, this is Ziggy, and this is Pidom. Yeah. And there is so much that is coming up. This is a series. So Pidom, this is just the beginning. You are going to go through it and the world is going to hear your side of the story. I'm happy you've named names, and everyone who thinks
Nigerians should go and ask those people.
Verify.
And when I hold my space, come with your question. Holding podcast, I'll be doing other things in my own way.
Of course, we always get exclusives from you.
But definitely not in the side of helping the people I was fighting for before. If I see any way they want to be helped, because normally I get information, I will suppress it, I'll flush it inside the toilet.
No, that's not nice. That's not nice, bro.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a good one. I know. It was a good one. Again, guys, thanks for joining. If you are new to this channel, please, I'm trying to grow this community. I would love it if you could help me by subscribing to this channel, help me to share. You can put a comment. I'm working on it, building the infrastructure, and just so that we can grow this together. No echo chambers here. Maybe a little. Maybe a little, but again, no echo chambers here. Just do my thing, and I really love doing this a lot. And so that's it. I just said I should listen to this. That was a good interview. I'll be watching out to see what other episode here. It's called The Silver Show. That's the name, The Silver Show. So good chat. Let me subscribe to that. You are in detention and David doesn't trust who was speaking with him. Okay, could feel his passion and pain. I'm sorry. But all what Pidom is saying about the time is not new. And I suspect he may be misinformed about David's institution. David said clearly that I didn't trust the DSS. I was going to keep him undo from this thing. No, well, again, it is what it is. David was right. Pidom wanted to implicate David. I can explain. Okay, now that you're now working for the government, everybody that Nigeria will not let you go free. Okay, invite David there also. Yeah, I'm going to wait for David's own side of the story. But again, I don't need this guy. I mean, again, if there's something that is consistent, about who this guy is, then it becomes also a good question. I really don't get it. David said all of this as well, and he didn't trust who was texting him, so he changed your login details for security. Was open with it, mate. Oh, I never trusted that David guy. I just don't know why. I'm glad I was right. Me too. Something just ticks me off about the guy. I might be wrong. I might be the one that is wrong here, but again, I'm just saying it really shows David was right to have blocked him. Otherwise, David explained why he blocked him and took the steps of so why did they expose that? I mean, this is the guy talking. David's intention were good. It was a failed attempt to reach David, and now he's trying to gas that. No, I don't think it was a failed attempt to reach David. I mean, maybe you didn't listen to everything that the guy had to talk about. David has a lot of scandals. He has lied several times and has done a lot of bad things behind closed doors. Listen to this. We sure that the government didn't want to use you to catch David, and David outsmarted you. Oh, really? Then why didn't David actually say that? David thought the FG was using you. But apparently, how come this guy is saying that even Showred I didn't even know actually came true for him compared to David? David is a sham. Most of his so-called investigative stories were copy and paste. Again, it is what it is. Let me just go back to the Anambra elections. I'll be rounding this up for a while now, but let's just go back to the Anambra elections and see what's been happening. Okay. I'm not gonna talk about this one. Anambra, okay, I give it to you. Give it to Senator Uche Ekunifed no small. Polling words. Okay, this is what I believe. APC 45, ABGA 44. Okay, APC 58. Wow, APC is really pulling their weight. Oh, sorry, let me show you guys. APC is really pulling their weight here. APC is really pulling their weight. I didn't expect. I was always thinking that, ABGA is the party to beat, but APC is really pulling their weight. Let me see what's happening. Anambra decides. Let's go back to what's happening in Anambra State. And see what's happening with the elections. Let's see this. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Video. We've seen this. I want to see results. I actually want to see results. I think Vanguard has been giving us some good results. Anambra decides. Let's see this one 2 hours ago. Anambra decides. Nicholas Ukechukwu of APC candidate in the 100 has won in his polling unit. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Oh no, we didn't see this actually. Okay, 104 to ABGA 4 in his polling unit. That's good. Peter Obi lost his own polling unit also, and this is a good showing, but I'm not so sure he's gonna win. I think Soludo would win, and that's me. Let me see if we have new stuffs in here. I've seen all of this before. Okay, no new stuffs. Again, where are the results? Let me see if there's anything from Daily Trust again. Okay, results are coming in, guys. Results are coming in right now. APC 19, ABGA 80. So even all these oppositions are just as useless as it comes. Look at this: LP 1, ADC 2. I mean, it's not all the time you say, "Oh, the people, the corrupt leaders, the corrupt this thing." Look at this result. LP 1. You're not even trying. This is what frustrates me about opposition in Nigeria. ADC 2. Where do you even want to start? Your narrative cannot always be, "Oh, the people are poor, that's why." What's this? This is not it at all. Look at this one. Daily Trust 29 minutes ago. Look at this. APC 8, ABGA 60. Okay. LP 0. Kilo day. ADC 1. Peter Obi, I don't know. I was hopeful, even though I knew I was going to lose the 2023 election. I was hopeful that at least we could have something that could be a semblance of a vibrant opposition. And I was looking forward to how APC, like how LP, becomes that de facto opposition. I don't even see what they do in the House of Rep or in the Senate. Most of those guys are even defecting already, if they've not all defected. Look at this. Okay, look at this one again. APC 12, ABGA 6. Even APC is winning in some this thing. Oh, you could say they're buying votes. You could say it's money. You could say it's corruption and all that. But again, how do you now explain LP 0? With this showing that APC is giving now, Tinubu will not win Anambra in 2027. That won't happen. But again, it won't be like the 5% or the 0% that they had in 2023. But what is happening? And again, given that ABGA would not even have a contestant, I don't think they're going to have anybody contesting. And now Soludo came out a few weeks ago to say that, we're aligning the state with the center. And it's been causing up to Tinubu. Now, that may not be a good thing. That may be a bad thing. I don't know. But this is what is happening. Look at this. 56 minutes ago, ABGA again winning here. Okay? We'll see what happens. Let me follow these guys. Let me see if they have anything. Just follow them. Breaking news. Unknown government storm polling unit in Anambra kills councillor. What? This is crazy. APC wins Peter Obi's unit in early election. Yeah, we saw that already. As it's happening, this one is not giving us votes. Let's go back to Daily Trust. Okay, which one is this? ABGA 120, APC 4. Yeah, I think Soludo will still win. We just want to see what happens. Okay, let me see ABGA again. Oh gosh. Okay, this one is not giving us anything. I think Vanguard was also trying to put out some results. I might be what we've seen again. Let me see that. Vanguard. Let's see what happens with Vanguard. No, Vanguard Nigeria. Okay, Vanguard newspaper. They've been putting out some results too thus far. Let me see. This is 21 minutes ago. Idemili South. I've got, wow, APC again. Look at this. LP2. LP2. This is not funny, man. This is not funny. LP2. The best election for Peter Obi has always been the one that he did previously. Look at this. LP1. APC, look at that. They're entering in. And you can say, oh, yeah, they're buying votes. Okay, fine. But LP1, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. ADC1. I don't even know why ADC and LP should be on the ballot system. They should have said we're going to go with one candidate. If you guys are preaching coalition, I'm not the one preaching coalition. You're preaching coalition. But it is what it is. Look at this one again. APC is really tailing ABGA. LP2. ADC2. This is a failure. For Peter Obi, this is a failure. This is the state where he was a governor 13 years ago. Look at this. Look at this. APC 31 ABGA. APC is trying to match, band for band. LP, ADC, they're not even at all. They're not even at all in this stuff. And I said it when I opened this stream this morning. I looked at the situation room. I was even mad at the way the setup was even at. And then they were talking obedient. And I said, obedient is not on the ballot. LP is on the ballot. And they were saying, where are the obedient? No. See, anyway, I digress. Look at this one again. APC 27, ABGA 33, LP 1, ADC 0. This is not nice. Again, ABGA will win. And again, I was also cautioning Soludo then. Don't think that because you like Tinubu or you are trying to cozy up to Tinubu, APC is not looking at how to also steal the team from you. Remember, their motto is grab it, snatch it, and run with it, or whatever it is. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. PDP 0. How? PDP is dead. Thanks to Wike. Even PDP, although PDP, I guess they're not even interested in this election anyway. But even at the dead state of PDP, they still even have more showings compared to LP and ADC if they decide to run in the election. What is this? Show more. APC 40, ABGA 51. I never believed APC would be able to. I never believe I never believe. Oh, you might say that they are just writing it. Oh, it's not real. Okay, but again, LP 1, ADC 0. Peter Obi needs to have somebody needs to have a frank discussion with Peter Obi. I'm here every day. I bash Tinubu. I bash anybody that I feel that, and it's just my own opinion. I just say what I think. It might be wrong. I'm not an authority in truth. Look at this. 29 minutes ago again. See, ABGA 54, APC. Okay, so again, that's that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even know how you want to spin this. I don't know how you want to spin this. Soludo wins Peter Obi's. Oh, but I thought they said APC won it. Oh, now, let me read this. Let me see. Possibly this is the final stop. Okay, let's see. The candidate of AP's ABGA and governor of Anambra State has emerged winner at the polling unit of Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate. Obi, a former governor. Okay, so this is his ward. Umudimaka Siagulu Ward 2. Let's look at this. This is the result. Why are they changing stuffs here? 19, 10, 4. Let's see. ADC again. AAC tried. They actually, for the first time, they got one. I've not seen AAC since we started. Okay, now they got one here. What happens? Where's ADC? Nothing. LP. No, this is not possible. No, this is not possible. I don't believe this result. I learned APC won that polling unit. It's not possible that in Peter Obi's stuff that there is no LP, not even one. I doubt this is happening. I doubt this. No, if this is real, Peter Obi's polling unit. If this is real, it's over, guys. It's over. Peter Obi's polling unit. Is it polling unit or polling unit? Okay, anyway. I mean, let me see. Let me see what happens, right? The pontification, Peter Obi loses his polling unit to AP. Exactly, that's what I read. That he actually lost it to APC. According to the result announced. Okay, the polling unit 19, Agulu Ward 11. Exactly. That news from Vanguard was, I mean, I don't know how. There was no way LP would not have had at least one. So I don't, immediately I saw that, I knew that there was something wrong somewhere. That's a very bad stuff. Mr. Obi, okay, let's look at this. Polling 01, okay, let's see. Yeah, APC poll said, yeah, this looks more like it. LP polls 57. Yeah, this was what I saw. This was what I saw. And this makes sense. I mean, whatever that one was just nonsense. Maybe somebody was already sleeping at his duty post and couldn't post what was right. Abga came in third with 38. Yeah, this looks more like it. This looks more like it. Yeah. Okay, they came second. Yeah, I saw this one, and that was why I said no. I thought they said APC won. APC actually won. LP came second, and Abga came third. Okay, fine. That's that about that. Okay, let's see what's happening. Abga, yeah. Okay. Soludo crushes Mogalu in rivals. Okay, now in the rival APC, now this is actually for the person running under LP. Let's look at the Labour Party Anambra governor candidate. Mogalu has been defeated in his own polling unit by Soludo. So Abga got 57, LP got 22. Okay, this looks more like it. APC got 5. Okay, so it was just meant for Soludo and LP to figure that out there. Okay, same, yeah, that's saying the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Peter way no win home. Later, their team will come up. We say they stole our mandates. There needs to be a serious discussion if LP wants to still be at least in one of the as one of the main, wants to be the main political party, one of the main political parties in Nigeria. You know, loses to Soludo. I still think this is for Soludo to lose. Now, obedience is trending. Obedience is trending. If you want confirmation how useless and toothless obedience, I just remember that they saw that Soludo would never win a second time, but they collected more than Gala to vote for him overwhelmingly. Okay, it is what it is. Absolutely no turning back. Obedience forever. The color of my blood is obedient. Everything about me is obedient. This was November 6th. This is not the story of today. Okay, yeah, it's going down. It's going down. I think now this race is still Soludo's to lose. But APC showing there. I don't know what's gonna happen 2027. It seems that Tinubu has it locked down, except Trump comes in and blows the hell out of the whole country. But again, I don't think that would happen. We'll see what happens with that. Let me see what if there's any other stuff. I'm gonna go off right now. And then when I come back, I'm gonna just update more about what's happening with the elections. Anambra governorship election.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
And thank you.
Thanks. Always a delight. Thank you.
It's not over yet.
Yes.
Until it's over. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be the final leg of the conversation. This time, we're going to talk about the press and how it fared and issues around freedom. In just a moment, stay with us.
Okay, so that's that about that. When I also come back, I think more results should come in. So in the next 1 hour, I'll go off now and then come back again. And and then see what happens. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, I really appreciate. I hope I've been able to add 1 or 2 values in our discussion. Please if you've not subscribed, this is just a plea that you should please help. We're trying to move this channel at least up to a 500 subscriber base. That's when YouTube will know that we're serious. And please help to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in. I really appreciate your time. I'll come back online in the next 1 hour. I think some results should be trickling in by then. We're just still covering the Anambra State election. I appreciate your time. Thanks, and